There is still so much we don't know about the Batmobile, and at the same time, so much stuff hidden on this trailer, just waiting to be discovered. This is Globku from Magical Noob. Welcome to Arkham Talk, episode 19. Yes, I'm changing the name of the series, just deal with it. Anyway, let's talk about the Batmobile. I'm gonna assume you know all the basic stuff, like its ability to crush through the environment and the integration with gliding. All of that's been covered in a couple of my previous episodes, so check it out if you think you missed any piece of information on the Batmobile so far. I want to first talk about a couple of things that were confirmed during several interviews on E3. One of those confirmations is the fact that the Batmobile will not only serve for cruising around the city, but also for solving puzzles and clearing obstacles.
The power winch can only be activated when in battle mode, and much like grappling, you can identify hotspots in the game world. Once you lock onto them, it's another single button press, and the power winch will connect, and then you put the Batmobile into reverse, and as you reverse backwards, it'll rip that door off, or raise up that ramp, or interact with the game world in any way that you want.
I mean, Batman needs to utilize the Batmobile in many different factions throughout the game. So like you say, there are puzzles where you have to like be in the car, or sometimes you're outside the car.
Yeah.
You're somewhere else completely different, but you need the car to do something so you can open up this hatch or whatever it is and get to that area. So
the player will also be able to control the Batmobile remotely, switching between Batman and Batmobile. While I do think this is an interesting addition and might make for more challenging puzzles in the Arkham games, this is by far the most boring way you could use the Batmobile. Fortunately though, it's all uphill from here. Also confirmed is the fact that the Batmobile has integrated itself with Batman's combat system, where you'll be doing your fighting with attack and counterattack, and one of the special moves will be remotely activating the Batmobile to fire the riot suppressor at a certain enemy.
yeah, I mean again, that's a nice way to bring in the Batmobile into the fight as well. Like you can jump out of the car in a very effective, seamless way, straight into combat. And while you're there, like you say, you can kind of utilize the Batmobile, like you punch the guy into the air, riot suppressor takes him out. There's lots of those little cheeky little elements that we're just waiting to happen.
We've seen the riot suppressor in the battle mode trailer, but we haven't seen it in action during the E3 gameplay demo, so at least we know one of the situations where you'll be able to use it, and that's while fighting the thugs. And now for something interesting. Let's look at this number that shows up on the left during the Batmobile battle mode sequence on the E3 gameplay demo. That's a combo, ladies and gentlemen. Every time the Batmobile destroys one of the drones, the combo goes up. If the Batmobile gets hit by the drones, the combo breaks. So yeah, it looks like the Batmobile can build combos just like the Arkham combat system, but it might be even more similar to the combat itself than you think. While watching the E3 presentation, Jeff Gersman from Giant Bomb, who by the way has already played the press demo, made the following comment.
There's like a weird, they try to maintain the combat concepts, whereas like if you get a ×8 or something, it's charging up a gun.
Oh, really?
That you can use.
Interesting.
Now obviously Jeff here isn't as excited for Arkham Knight as we are, but he just said something that was completely unannounced. If you build the combo enough, you can fire a special shot. Granted, this is not an official announcement, so it should be taken with a grain of salt, but let's look at what we have in the gameplay to confirm this theory. First, there is a combo system, and Rocksteady is not in the habit of just putting numbers on the screen for aesthetic purposes. There must be a reason why the combo system has been integrated with the Batmobile, and this might be it. Second, before the drones shoot you, you will first see a red laser. After the red laser disappears, the drone will fire the shot itself, and that's what you have to dodge. The guy playing this demo, whoever he is, he seems to be pretty skilled, since he gets out of some pretty tight spots, but then he gets hit by an easy shot that he should have seen coming. Notice that when he gets hit, the multiplier is at ×6. When do the special moves unlock on Batman Combat? Yup, they become available when you perform a ×8 combo. This can be later upgraded so you can use them at a ×5 combo, but when you start the game, you gotta get up to ×8. It's almost like he got hit on purpose so we couldn't see this new feature. Now yes, I might be speculating a bit, but I'm just saying, the shot that hit him, it seems like he kinda drives into it. And finally third, it's been said time and time again that the Batmobile will be a very big part of the game, so we should expect some sort of a Batmobile upgrade tree in the Arkham Knight. Like we had previously for Combat and Predator, amongst some other things. It's very likely that one of the upgrade tabs on Arkham Knight will be for the Batmobile. And an upgrade tree requires options, and the special ability gives the game a lot of those. And those are kind of my 3 points that support this theory. And now comes the part where we question everything we just said. If there's a special attack, then what the hell is it? Because in the trailer we see all the weapons being used. We see the Vulcan gun repeatedly shooting drones, we see the cannon firing a big shot once in a while, and at the end of the Batmobile sequence we see the homing missiles. The only weapon we don't see in action is the riot suppressor, but that's a non-lethal weapon. We're not building up combos to fire a little rubber bullet, are we? So what are we firing? A new Batmobile weapon that they haven't announced? Nah, I don't think that's very likely. I think it's more likely that the special shot will be just that, a special upgraded version of a weapon you already have. For instance, the cannon firing a higher damage shot, the Vulcan gun spinning faster for a few seconds, or the missiles locking on to more targets. These are a couple of different special moves that would keep the battle mode combat interesting for a longer period of time, but also bear in mind that these are all just theories. I have no hard evidence to support these claims. I'm just trying to find the most probable solution for these special shots mentioned by Jeff Gerstmann. Finally, we end this video with a concern we had, which was, what happens when you run over the thugs on the street? Well, Rev Games has the answer for you.
The Batmobile is also kind of lame in that whenever you run over enemies with it, it just instantly electrocutes them and stuns them and knocks them out, which feels at odds with the Batman combat that I love so much.
These are not the only guys saying they've run over people in the playable demo. So yeah, apparently that's the way it is. By using the electroshock defense system, you'll knock out the enemies you run over, which is indeed a very bad solution for this problem. They're trying to tell us that the enemies are only knocked out, but you run them over anyway. The sheer momentum that the Batmobile has is gonna be enough to kill the pedestrians. And Rocksteady is asking us to just close our eyes and pretend that everything's fine. Granted, not a good solution for something we were afraid was gonna be a problem, but I also have no idea how they could have solved it. Certainly not like Driver. If you guys want to watch any of these interviews I've been showing, links in the description, but before you go away, I want to know what you guys think about the Batmobile combo system and these upgraded shots. Leave me a comment, and while you're down there, click the like button if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe for more Arkham Knight content, and I've been Gloku. Take care everyone, see you next time.
Pegboard nerds gonna get 'em all. Living life for the next drop.